Someone is desperate for attention. Pay them no mind. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone is desperate for attention. Pay them no mind. See, family, it costs too much to get you to be mad. It costs too much to get you to be despondent. All right? And it costs too much just to get your time, energy, and effort. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm expensive. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm expensive. Now, understand something, y'all. Of course, they're going to be big mad when you let them know in so many words that you can't afford me. You can't afford this. And not only that, but you're not worth my time, energy, and effort. Why is that, Reno? Because once they get your attention, they're only going to do a clown circus dance, right? And see, as I tell everybody, we don't join the circus. We may watch it, we may see it, but we don't join it. Because guess what? You become the lion that they place in the cage. You become the clown with the big red hair and the red nose. And you become the animal or the person that's walking on that thin line. Yeah, you become that individual. So they're wanting your attention. So maybe on the job, y'all, they're acting very funny towards you. They're talking about you, slandering you. Or maybe they are just trying to get your attention because you're that type of person who don't say anything. You stay to yourself, right? You're not worried about what other people got going on. And at the very most, you may have one, maybe two people that you speak with, not too personal, but you just have those individuals who give off a genuine vibe, right? If you're like that, y'all, they're going to want your attention, point blank, period. Or you can just be the person who don't talk to nobody, right? And so understand something. They're going to do little things to get your attention. You know, it's no difference from the young girl who liked the boy on the playground, right? Or the boy who liked the girl on the playground, okay? What he's going to do is just do certain things to get her attention. He may pick on her. He may, give a little love taps, not realizing that, hey, man, you don't supposed to be hitting no young girl anyway. But he's doing it because he's trying to express his like for the young lady, okay? Or the young girl. And so that's the same thing, y'all. They're trying to get your attention, but they don't know how. And that's why it costs too much. That's why. Because guess what, y'all? When it comes to a Bentley, I don't care how much you want it. I don't care how much you like it. I don't care how much you desire it. If you don't got the tab, then you can't get it. Okay? I don't care how much you love a Lamborghini. If you can't pay the tab, then you can't afford it. I had it on my vision board. I really love it. I can see myself in it. I don't care what you can see yourself in. If you can't afford it, then you can't have it. You see the parallel I'm drawing, y'all? If they can't afford your time, energy, and effort, then they can't have it. Money cannot buy it. A gift cannot buy it. Materialistic possessions cannot buy it. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. You can't buy me. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you can't buy me. Understand something, y'all. You know what does get your time, energy, and effort? What does get your attention? Sincerity, genuine love, care and compassion, appreciation, not taking you for granted, being 100% genuine individual all the way around. That gets your attention, right? That gets your attention. And so, sticking to the point, y'all, someone is desperate for your attention. Pay them no mind, y'all, okay? And so, in this video, I'm going to give y'all all the ways of how you can pay them no mind. I know this can be difficult for certain people, especially when you are an empath, especially when you are a person who like to please people, and especially when you just have a natural good heart, right? Like you feel like you're always doing something wrong all the time. Like you feel like you're always letting someone down, right? And, I'm not just going to speak for y'all. When you got this type of heart, y'all, because I have it too, sometimes I feel the same way. Like I'm always letting somebody down, especially those who you care about or those who you truly love or people who you just simply have care for, right? Like you just feel like you're letting someone down. Maybe you had to tell them no, or maybe you couldn't allow them to keep taking from you or keep coming over or keep eating at your table, whatever the case is. But it can hurt your feelings if you have this type of heart, right? But I'm going to give you all the tools that you need to not feel this way and to not pay anybody no attention or any mind, all right? But y'all already know how we do. Y'all see us. We are outside, connected with nature. The vibes are great. The energy is amazing. And here we are, y'all. Not too many people out. A lot of people are working, but the birds are chirping, all right? Dogs are out. Of course, they always working on stuff out here. I think they're building like more townhomes and stuff in the neighborhood. But anyway, y'all, that's what's going on. I'm sending nothing but love, peace, prosperity, and happiness towards y'all. No major updates. Y'all just make sure y'all stay tuned in to the very end of this video. Leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. I'm sorry for the long intro, y'all, but I just had to let y'all know what it was, okay? Number one, first thing is first, ignore the noise, all right? Ignore the noise, okay? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Ignore the noise. The noise is the hate. The noise is the slander. The noise are the rumors. The noise are people who don't have no business being in your life, stepping in and barging. You know, like that sibling you had, you were like, get out of my room, and they just try to barge in and invade your space. That's the noise, y'all. People who are trying to invade your life. People who are trying to invade your mind, your emotions. People who are trying to extort you, right? Like, when people are trying to extort you, that means they're trying to take much more than they are giving. See, family, when you ignore the noise, it's like you're putting your life, it's like you're putting them, it's like you're putting the people who don't deserve you on mute. You got to mute the noise. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Mute the noise. When grandma didn't want you to play the TV no more, what she tell you? Put it on mute. When you're trying to do something else and that TV is distracting you, what would you do? Put it on mute. You got to mute those people. But Reno, how do I do it? Simply stop caring. Stop caring about their opinions. Stop caring about what they think. Stop caring about what they say. Because ultimately, y'all, it does not matter. Ignore the noise. When LeBron James is on the basketball court, Kevin Durant on the basketball court, some of the younger guys, Ja Morant, Anthony, and it's the Ant guy, man. I'm gonna just say Ant-Man, right? Ant-Man. But anyway, when they are on the court, do you know how many people hate them? I'm sure. It's people who love them, of course, y'all. But do you know how many people hate them? They are going to these different cities, these different states, sometimes countries to go ball. Man, these people were like, hey, bruh, we rocking with our hometown. And guess what? In the stadium, in the bleachers, I'm sure there's many people who are like heckling them, right? Heckling them. I'm sure there's many people who's doing that. But guess what? If they don't ignore the noise, they'll blow the entire game. They'll mess up the entire operation if they're worrying about what these people over here are saying. If they're worrying about who say they can't play, who say they can't ball. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? The people on the field, the people on the court cannot worry about what's going on in the stands, in the bleachers. They're in the bleachers for a reason. They watching you, right? They watching you. So it's a huge issue when we are not able to ignore the noise. All right, once again, y'all, I need y'all to ignore the noise, okay? They just threw these sprinklers on, so we're gonna get on up out of here. Thank God I was not catching me a shower. You know, it looked like little landmines. They just got little water sprinklers just everywhere. Get your quick shower, right? But anyway, y'all, that's number one. Ignore the noise, okay? Number two, focus on you. Yep, I said it, y'all. Focus on you. Now, for an empath, this is very difficult to do, okay? This is very difficult to do. Focusing on yourself. See, I'll give y'all a little bit about myself, right? With me, I am naturally a caretaker. I am naturally responsible. I am naturally loving. And I am naturally a person who feels responsible for other people around him. This is good and bad, right? Like, these are qualities of a leader, but also qualities of an empath. These are qualities of a person who's responsible, but qualities of people or someone who's setting themselves up to be taken advantage of. It doesn't mean that they're lame. It doesn't mean that they're trying to be accepted. It simply means that they have some qualities that everybody cannot have. And oftentimes, when you are an empath and you have this type of heart and you have these type of qualities, you tend to not be selfless. You tend to not be selfish, but overly selfless. Let me say that once again. When you have this type of heart, this type of love, right? These type of qualities, you tend to be selfless, right? And not selfish. And so when you become overly selfless, you're placing yourself in position to be used. You are placing yourself in position to be hurt. You are placing yourself in position to give more than you're supposed to. Because with us, we just keep going, we keep going. So what I want you to understand is there is power in focusing on you. Now, the moment you decide to focus on you, it's going to be a huge problem. It's going to be a huge issue. Everybody drop in the comments and say focus on you. So this means that you're taking more heed to your hobbies. You know, you're taking more time for yourself. Maybe you love piano. Maybe you love, painting. Maybe you like just going out to eat. You may be a foodie, right? If you're a foodie, y'all drop in the comments and let me know. Like, I love to eat. I'm going to be honest. I really do. But for health reasons, because your boy getting older. I'm 28, right? Some may say, you're still young, Reno. But I have to be mindful of what I eat, is what I'm saying. Sure, and some of y'all probably it's in the same position. But the point is, y'all, is that if I focus on myself, I can be more of a foodie. If I focus on myself, I can focus on my hobbies. I can play more football. I can go hoop, go to the gym, go swim, whatever the case is. You got to focus on yourself, and that's going to take your mind off of them. That's going to take your mind from thinking and racing about what are they doing? How do they feel? No, have you ever thought to ask yourself, how do I feel? And see, it becomes a crime. And y'all know where this starts from? This starts from having siblings. It starts from having siblings. Being the oldest, right? Maybe you are the middle child and you had kids that was under you. But it starts from having siblings where you always feel responsible for someone, right? And then maybe you have friends that you feel responsible for. Like the things that are in your childhood, they don't leave. They just transfer over to your adulthood. That's it. They don't leave. So learn to focus on yourself, your hobbies, what you love to do. One thing I say, y'all, before I move on to my next point, but people who get married lose their identity, especially if they're trying to please an unhappy person or please a selfish person or someone who's just unpleasable, right? People who are in relationships, they tend to lose themselves, right? And that's why it is important to be with a person who know who they are, or at least in a direction of understanding who they are, because you can lose yourself in a person. Guess what? You focus on their needs and what they want and what they dislike and what they like, and how not to hurt them, to where you don't know what your needs, your wants, or your desires, what you like, how not to hurt you. Focus on yourself, and that's going to be the perfect remedy for someone who is desperate for attention, and the best way that you can pay them no mind. Make sense to what I'm saying, y'all? Somebody drop in the comments and say pay them no mind, right? Number 3, y'all, it's going to be this right here, reverse psychology. Now, somebody going to say, Reno, you getting real evil on this one. Yep, y'all, I said it, reverse psychology. Now, We're not going to use this for evil. We're going to use it for good. Reverse psychology, I'll give y'all the evil way first and then the positive way. So reverse psychology, when a person is utilizing it for evil, they know they dead wrong. For instance, if a person cheated, got caught cheating, they're going to say something like, are you going to believe me or are you going to believe your lying eyes? Reverse psychology. You'll start thinking that what you seen ain't what you seen. Evil way of using reverse psychology. You know that you started a silent treatment first, but you're going to guilt trip them into making them feel like you did that for a reason, but in actuality, you did that to get a reaction, you did that to get a response, you did that to get something out of them that they initially said no, but you have to manipulate them in order to get it. Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology in the evil way is simply turning the tables on them by utilizing guilt trip, shaming, gaslighting, any of those manipulation tactics to alter a situation for their greater good, knowing that they were wrong in the first place. Now, reverse psychology in a positive way is whenever a person act negative towards you, you be positive. So for instance, a person look at you with a stank look, you know, you look back at them and you smile. Reverse psychology. They'll start thinking you crazy. A person give you a terrible compliment or they, you know, be nasty with their words. You respond back and say, hey, you got a nice shirt though. Reverse psychology. They'll start thinking that something is wrong with you, right? They'll start thinking that something is wrong with themselves by doing something terrible to you or saying something terrible to you, right? Like, why are they acting like that? And then they'll start checking themselves. Another example, let's just say a woman is doing too much in her relationship. A man is minding his business. He watching sports. He doing his own thing. And here she is talking about, you need to clean up the bathroom. You need to put the top on the toothpaste. You need to go over here and cook toast. You need to do this, you need to do that, blah, 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 blah. And she's just being negative, Nancy, you know, nagging, Narita, whatever. And he say, you know what, baby? I got you. I'll take care of it. Do you need anything else? Reverse psychology. See, he was being very positive. Meanwhile, she was being negative and she was nagging. But what that initially does is, or essentially does is, make her self-check herself. It makes her self-check self. Okay? See, it allows her to realize that, you know what? Maybe I am doing too much. See, when you give a person that fire, then you're going to make a bigger flame. But when you throw water on someone's fire, then it miraculously go away. And that's what I want y'all to realize. So that's reverse psychology, right? They want attention, don't give them attention. You pay them no mind. They want to argue, don't argue. Give them back a compliment. They're mad at you, don't be mad back. Give them love. Reverse psychology. They'll move on to their next victim. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 4, y'all, limit your availability. Yeah, y'all, limit your availability. Everybody don't have access, right? Everybody don't deserve to be in your home. Everybody don't deserve to be in your space. Your energy is sacred. Protect it at all costs, right? Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Protect your energy at all costs. Your energy is sacred. You best protect it. Because when a person see a peaceful person, when a person sees someone who's calm and collected, they're trying to figure out, how can I bring chaos? Do you understand that you have calm, collect, cool, but then you have the evil twin and their brother, which is chaos, right? And a lot of people want to bring that into your life. Chaos. Chaos causes what? Confusion. Okay? And so when you limit your availability, meaning limit the times that you can see them, limit the times that they can see you, limit the times that they can speak to you, then you're winning. You're winning. They don't have no way of getting your attention. Limit your availability. All right? Family, If you don't pay your Netflix bill, your Hulu bill, they're going to limit their availability. All right? If they're not being nice, positive, and genuine towards you, you limit your availability. Everybody don't have access. All right? Number 5, y'all, which is going to be the last one, be specific. Okay? Be specific. What that means is you have to be particular in the reasons of why you are talking to them. You have to be particular in the reasons of why they are around you. This is notorious in baby mamas and baby daddy, dramas, issues, and situations. Be specific. See, the issue is they still be messing around. They still be doing things that they ain't got no business doing. Emotions are still involved, but they have this understanding, and when they start dealing with other people, when they have other people involved, when he's dealing with another woman, when she's dealing with another man, those feelings are still there. However, it's like they are playing with fire purposely, right? Which means they're not being specific. It's like, I'm around, then I'm not. I'm here, but I'm not. We get to do this, but we still together. There's no specific reasons of why they are being together. They're all over the place. Be particular with the people you hang with. Be particular with the woman you lay down with. Be particular with the man that you decide to insert into you. Be particular. Be specific. And when you be specific, you limit the availability. When you be specific, you limit unnecessary conversations. When you be specific, you limit all the BS. I know y'all eat ribs. When I do my ribs, y'all, I have to be specific, which means I take the extra fat off or the membrane off the back, right? When you cleaning fish, you got to be specific. You got to take certain things out, right? You got to take certain things out. You got to take the guts out. You got to take things out. You got to clean it. You got to be specific, okay? And so, like I said, y'all, when it comes to baby mom, baby dad situations, they ain't specific. The particular and specific thing is supposed to be the child. The issue is they ain't just worrying about the child. They still laying up. And then when somebody else be with another person, now we getting guns, we trying to fight. I want to pull up to the house. You can't be doing that because you was not specific. So the more specific you are, the less they have of an opportunity to get over on you. Be specific, time specific, energy specific, effort specific. All right? What they are able to get and what they can't get from you specific. Be specific. And this is going to kill a person who is desperate for your attention when you are specific. Right? Hey, look, we can do this, but we can't do that. You see how you set those boundaries? Hey, I'm available for this, but I'm not available for that. You setting those boundaries. You're being specific, all right? But anyway, y'all, that's going to be today's video. Someone is desperate for attention. Pay them no mind, y'all. Please pay them no mind. As a recap, family, number 1, ignore the noise. Number 2, focus on you. Number 3, reverse psychology. Number 4, limit your availability. And number 5, y'all, be specific, all right? With that being said, family, y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all get one of these Yes Sir t-shirts, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course. Check out any one of those Yes Sir hoodies, okay? And of course, family, y'all be sure to check out any one of my books. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.